We should be live now. Welcome to the next game of the VCC OCE Season 4. We have On the Spectrum versus Redline. Casting today will be myself and SJ.
Hey guys, this is your friendly neighborhood Omen main here. Expecting some Omen plays from both Crawlers and Jax here. Looking forward to see what they'll be doing.
Brilliant. We do see right now, we've got both team comps, both playing a Vice. Very similar actually, except the On the Spectrum have decided to go with a... Ooh.
What are we seeing here? Alright. I think Redline here is looking to go for heavy exec on C side. C mount. Got 3 players in
place ready to go. It looks like On the Spectrum are going to start quite far back, but they're going to contest that A Robble space.
I'll find you.
Crawlers, hearing everything that's going on, they're going to aggress up C mount further. Ghost on site here, trying to stop this entire push from 3 players. They're going to go with the edge deck here. Coming in, Ghost gets the kill, and the rest of Redline are stuck without words. Crawler's getting a kill on the other side of the map there though. Even currently at a 4v4.
Going out.
Will they try to re-hit C even though they know 2 people are on? What do you think, SJ?
Even though they wasted a lot of site util already, they need to make a play here.
Now,
you see 3 of them going A Robble.
Raze is gonna has 2v4 in Redline's favor.
Okay.
Ghost is gonna try to rotate over here. Will he get caught out by Crawlers on 1 HP? Crawler's not able to capitalize off that.
Last player standing.
Is all left up to Ghost here in the 1v4. He gets one. Can they break the crossfire?
Last trap destroyed.
Upgraded weapon with the Ghost now. And nothing they can do. Fade getting the kill there, and that'll be the first round going to Redline.
Raze.
How do you think that round went? What went wrong there for Redline?
I'm
On the Spectrum there.
I'd say they got punished way too early when they went into C-side. Yeah, that Vice wall, really important util there that they need to neutralize if they want to go C. If they want to contest that space.
There.
Yeah. Right here now, OTS looking to just run it down B main.
There. I'm out of here.
But they decided to just wait patiently.
Cover going out.
Redline looking for a fast A hit here, especially with the upgraded weapons. They have the A site for completely free here. This is not how On the Spectrum wanted to start this round, but it looks like they'll be playing a 5v5 retake. Redline are gonna push up to heaven here. And On the Spectrum just waiting for these pushes. Tay getting one. Tay getting another. Tay getting a third here, and it is all left up to Ghost, and Ghost cannot do anything. They all come crumbling it down.
I mean, OTS only had pistols there, so expectations looking a bit low in that round. But now they're on a full buy with Redline and the bonus. Let's see how they'll play this one out. We're looking for maybe something similar in the first round. Them aggressing over C mount. I sure hope they adapt and neutralize that Vice wall. I hope to see one.
Yeah, Redline pushing up here. They want to take that C mount space, and they made it quite clear, but look at where Crawlers is. He's over all the way on mount. He isn't able to capitalize, but that is Banana. gone down to 1 HP and Raze. Meanwhile, getting the kill on the Vice there. That's not how they wanted to start off this round, but Crawlers is left up in A, and they've actually rotated all of A side here. Do Redline have the read? They look like they're coming back from Mound. They're going to go to A off this lurk from Crawlers. 3 on C. Do you think that this could have been a bit of an over-rotate? Jax has capitalized. He has taken away. Will Neon be able to grab this kill? Tay does. That means they have an open A side, but they're looking to pivot B here.
They need to get in. They're all getting squished on.
Looks like on the spectrum we're wanting to retake from main and heaven here, trying to crunch. Serbanana getting the kill on Fade, and that'll just be Raze left in the 1v2, and gets the 1, isn't able to get the second. Bullets don't connect, and that'll be the first round for on the spectrum.
Push a button, save the day, easy.
Good retakes. They knew they had the advantage of just pushing in all sides, and I'm glad they took and capitalized that. What is seeing here? Perhaps the same sort of strategy. Yep. 3 people again aggressing over C mount.
Yeah, well, I think that the
They're
read here that
duelist.
Vice is going to be playing C almost every round. So I think they're trying to default around that Vice, try to get the wall down, and then move around from there. But it looks like Tay's going to be going quite aggressive quite early. They've put the Vice wall on A to stop that aggression from on the spectrum. Ghost trying to get a few shots out. They break the haunt, and they just want to get this shear down and locked out, so they do not have that free information coming in from the spectrum.
It will be tough.
They're looking like they're wanting to
that's for
fight
sure.
on B though here. Serbanana blinds himself trying to fight. They smoke B, they trade smokes, and now it looks like they're wanting to hit C. Tay does have to remember the wall is up. And Tay capitalizes on Ghost. Serbanana getting 2 with an aftershock. What is that? Now you have to wonder. Jax getting 1, and it's just Tay left on site. Crawler's coming in with a lurk. He capitalizes, and it's just Crawler's left in Waterfall. 1v2. Raze behind him. What can he do? He does have ult, so he can run A and grab the spike.
He needs to make a play. He knows it.
30 seconds left.
He uses it. Grabs it.
He wants to get a pick early
And
here
now.
from both of them.
1 enemy remaining.
He gets the first one. It's 1v1 now. He has the spike. He's going to get it down here. But he's going to go to C. As
Ooh,
SJ is the Omen main
Does he
here,
have
what do you
enough
think of
time?
this? Do you think he'll get this?
he'll get it easy. Yeah.
Believing in our fellow Omen
Now
players.
this position. Oh, he failed that TP though. He was looking to get back on C mount. The horn gets him. Ooh.
Both players fairly equal HP. Trading shots. Clab going down. Can they capitalize? He's just having the spike. Clab gets it, and that'll be
There we
Crawlers.
go.
1v4. That is brilliant.
That's definitely Omen's strengths.
That
Those
is.
clutches. High adrenaline. Yep.
That was brilliant. Now the question to ask here is what went wrong for on the spectrum? They got a Serbanana got a 2k from an aftershock, and they still weren't able to capitalize on the round in a 1v4. Do you think they were just taking too many 1v1s?
Yeah, definitely.
Betrayed them.
I mean, look, they had the 2 early picks. They should have maybe changed their game plan to just play back a bit and play numbers. But it looks like they're just gonna go slam it on C with an Omen TP.
They've taken almost all of the Vice util down. Can Go survive? He won't be able to. Bomb Dolphin getting the kill there on Ghost, and it looks like they'll be playing a 4v5 retake here against Redline.
Spike planted. No charge.
4
Interesting
mounts.
TP from Jack.
Tolkien getting the kill there on Jax. All of them are left mound. What can they do without the weapons? 2 classics and a sheriff. You might say that they may just need to play for exits here. Look at Crawler's position here. He's just gonna. They're just gonna get decimated. Why would you even try? That is absolutely another round for Redline, and you may be starting to think that maybe Redline are gonna start to get away with a bit of an early lead here. What can On the Spectrum do to stop this momentum? And remember, each team does have 1 timeout, so maybe they need to use a timeout to just slow down the momentum and think about the plans that they need here. If you're on the Spectrum here, SJ, what are you doing?
I was the Omen, Jax. Probably. I like how he's gonna go fight C Mount here, but I don't think
Well, this is Tay just
Redline
getting off.
read. Yeah.
They've pushed Ghost all the way back into drop. Do they know the Ghost is there, though, is the question. They're going to clear it out, and Ghost is going to get the kill. That's all they need for this retake. Vice Ult going to be invested here. Jax looking to get another one. Bomb Dolphin. Sir Banana getting another kill with an Aftershock.
Ooh.
Ult being invested. Sir Banana getting another one, and it's just picture perfect retake there. They know they had.
There's excellent util usage from On the Spectrum there on that retake.
They
Classic,
know they had they know they had the Rolling Thunder, the Aftershock getting the kill. Unfortunately, the Steel Guard not able to really capitalize from Ghost there, but it was still picture perfect. Redline will need to. That was a big momentum stopper there, wasn't it, SJ?
Yeah, very much so. Yeah. I love how OTS has recognized that their default is mainly hovering around C Mount. Let's see if they can find this.
Trade's going in Bomb Dolphin's way, which is Redline coming out in a 4v2. Looking like they're just going to go C here. Sir Banana, can he get out of this? He will not be able to. Bomb Dolphin is on for his ace. Can they get it? Will Crawlers allow this to happen? They're just playing toy with him. He will get it. Bomb Dolphin with the ace. That is brilliance. That is just picture perfect brilliance there from Bomb Dolphin. We've seen Crawlers with the 1v4. We've seen Bomb Dolphin with the ace. But although these are pretty spectacular moments, do you think that maybe this is showing Redline's reliance on solo plays compared to team play?
Well, I mean, they've got the aim to back it up. Their solo plays are definitely getting them those wins, those victories over space.
Come on, let's go.
But it's still too early.
Fighting a rubble here, sorry. Bomb Dolphin getting the kill on the opposing raise. Crawlers with a 2k. What is that? And now it's just Jax left on site. What can he do?
Okay.
Looks like they want to go through tree here. Jax with the smoke. 1v5. And Bomb Dolphin will not be letting that happen.
Redline's playstyle as a team is very reminiscent of, my usual comp queues where people just run it down as a team. Yeah. But they are taking the key spaces here on Lotus for a 3-side map. Taking space is just the name of the game. Yeah. Right, going in that default, showing presence in C-Mount as usual. But we do have Crawlers here looking for a quick pick. As again.
Yeah, they're going to try to bum rush their way onto C here. They are going to get stopped though. Sir Banana getting another kill with an Aftershock. What is this? The kill with the Sheriff. It's a 3v4 with the worst weapons. Ooh, Clab getting the
Alright,
kill there with the
fake
classic
TP from
Tay
Jax.
trading. 3v2 retake.
Last player standing.
Sora going down there, and what is that shot? Welcome to Valorant, ladies and gentlemen, where you can get away with shooting mid-air.
You can get away with a lot of
gunplay
things.
game.
Thrifty.
I feel like definitely that fake TP from Jax served its purpose into giving them something else to think about, giving them that pressure.
Very good. Now, how does Redline adjust here? No tech pauses right now, which is probably a new record, if I'm gonna be honest.
A very clean game so far, but let's not jinx it.
Move.
Alright, Redline sticking to their plan, you know.
I'm out of here.
Tried and tested. Tested C-mount space as a default.
Yeah, Redline, they just seem like they want to go C every round, but they have that really good patience to know when there's too many on C and they know to rotate. Tolkien looking to come up A here, but they know that Raze is pushed up. Brawl is getting 2 again. What is going on? Raze getting 1, Tay's gonna stun them, and that'll be the end of Raze's debut in A mound.
Yeah.
Tough there. From the shadows coming in from Crawlers here to go drop.
Where are you?
Both players in CT at the moment. Crawler's going to do a bit of an aggressive TP here.
The retake looking a bit tough here on the spectrum. They do have an OP,
Crawlers.
but I don't think they'll invest it this round.
With the 3k, and that is Crawler's magic once again. This is brilliant. Now you see in this game, Crawlers and Tay have just kind of come alive. And it's just looking like Redliners have just shown dominance over and over and over again. Like, I understand this is an attacker-sided map, but how does On the Spectrum stop it?
They need to adapt here, Max. Yeah. They've been given a rubble, you know, for free almost every single time now. They know that Redline's just contesting C-mount anyways, so they need to switch it up.
They're giving too much free space too early, in my opinion. They look like they're doing the same C-mount. What is that shot from Bum Dolphin? And will that be the call to now go C? How does Clab stop this push? Tolkien is pushed up B here, but it does look like Banana has the Rolling Thunder ready to be invested when they try to execute. Looks like they're aware of Tolkien up, push right up B.
Not ready yet. Launching thorns. Thorns active.
That's the damn reason.
Ray's showstopper was invested there. Didn't get any use out of that. Tolkien with the kill on Jax, and they're gonna stop the rotates here. Tay is gonna ult here. Not getting any value. Bum Dolphin getting Clab, and that'll be both Banana and Raze here. Banana, Fallen, Bum Dolphin. What can Raze do in this situation? Absolutely nothing. This is complete and utter dominance, and are we looking for a 9-3 half?
Last round in the half.
We might be.
Can Redline...
Again, just a bit disappointed by OTS here. Just haven't seen much adaptations from them to combat the Redline's aggression to C-mount.
They need to change something up, and they just aren't. But it looks like actually on this topic of changing something up, they're gonna fight a rubble here. All together. Major aggression, aftershocks, fade haunts. But it looks like they're rotating off. On the spectrum of rotating off A, leaving Jax all by himself. Even though there are 5 there.
This is a very tall order for Jax.
Jax getting 1, good for 1. Rolling Thunder coming through. All of them have
He's
been
done
stunned.
his job. He has done his job.
On the Spectrum, they need to put in Bomb Dolphin getting 1, Bomb Dolphin getting 3. Showstopper being invested, that's the 4th. Can Bomb Dolphin get another ace? What can Ghost do here?
Spike planted. Face your fear!
It is the last round
Fade
of this half, so
Being invested.
that value now.
Bomb Dolphin can't ace, unfortunately. That'll be a 9-3 half. How beautiful is that?
Switching sides.
These things they know pain. They can't begin.
We will be
Overall,
here
well played.
with the 1 minute halftime pause here for... This will be the 1 minute halftime pause here for before the next round. Now on the Spectrum, they really need they need something here. They need something. Are they gonna get it?
I'm not sure. We'll have to check out their pistol round first.
They will.
But it seems like they'll be following the same sort of C aggression default that Redline did, and it worked successfully well. So I think they'll just follow in their footsteps. Because again, it's almost like a mirror match. They both got device, you know, doing the same setups and C.
On the Spectrum,
Maybe OTS is a counterplay for that.
both teams are ready for the next half of Lotus. On the Spectrum, they need to change it up. They need something here. They can't keep playing with the same. Bomb Dolphin is just running them down effectively at this point. I don't know what to say. How do they come back from this? They need to start off with a really good attack, and they need a couple rounds really early, because if they don't
need to get back
this,
here.
this pistol round is massive. This will determine if they can win, and if the 9-3 curse becomes a reality. On the Redline are going to start by contesting a rubble. They know that on the Spectrum are moving up to C.
Okay.
It's all on Tolkien here with the Vice setup. All this utility coming through. Valorant's utility overload perfectly here, but Tolkien's able to capitalize and get 1 with the Bias Wall being put up. They aren't able to trade, so that'll mean that Redline are actually starting this point up. Crawlers
It's
once
just
again.
that Vice Wall again.
What do on the Spectrum do from here? How do they capitalize? Like, you've got Ghost lurking up, but it just looks like Redline are just so aware. Nothing Ghost can do to be able to save this. They're gonna run straight into Bomb Dolphin. Jack's actually able to capitalize with a right click,
Retrieving flash.
close range. Tay getting 1.
Spike down A.
Jack's trading immediately, but they've got 2 on A already.
Last
And
player standing.
Krellas is just... It's just over. What does Ghost even do here? Krellas getting 3rd. This is his world, and we are
Not
just
much he can
living
do.
in it. How do they change? How do on the Spectrum win this match? Because at this rate, this map is
Are
all
they
but
looking to
over.
force here?
They have to force.
Ooh.
They have to force. That is the only way they win this, and it appears that they aren't. This is just upsetting to see from on the Spectrum right now.
Their chances of winning here statistically on the Spectrum is just slim now.
They need to force here, and they didn't. It's like a massive fight here.
Alright.
The
Whoa.
trade's coming through. Kreller's just getting 2. What did they even do? Although they do have Ghost with the gun upgrade.
Enemy remaining.
It doesn't even matter because Tolkien's just going to kill them, and it's just Banana left in a 1v3 with the Sheriff, with the upgraded weapons. What do they do?
I don't. Surely they recognize that there's the sheer wall from Bison C's side. Him sitting here is just. Ooh, can he get this picked up?
Sir Banana getting
Yes.
one on Bomb Dolphin, but is that all they're going to be able to claim here? Weapon upgrade not there. Tolkien getting them, and that'll be three, and that'll be an 11-3 scoreline. This is obscene.
This is where someone says something pithy and we pretend to talk.
It was a good effort in Banana there.
It was a really good effort,
Yeah.
but unable to capitalize, and it just seems like we're watching the same round over and over again, where Bondolphin and Redline are just absolutely killing on the spectrum.
I think this is their last chance for OTS to even have a sway in the state of the game here. They're on their full buy. Ooh. That mid B got punished. Now it's just the 5-4 Rabu space.
What do they even do here? It just... Bondolphin getting another with the Sheriff. They've got the gun upgrades now, and... it just seems all but over. 3v2.
Surely they rotate here.
3v2, they need to make a move. 50 seconds left on the clock. Ghost trying to get the kill on Tolkien, unable to, shots aren't able to connect. And that's just the entirety of Redline have left A rubble, and Raze from Redline, from On the Spectrum, sorry, is planting on C side. Ghost is going to try to come through, try to put the Razor Vines down, but what can you do to stop the two Redline players coming through door, trying to flank? Tolkien's going to look to get on the bomb.
Find you. One enemy remaining.
And it's just all but over. Retake absolutely gorgeous. What is the need for utility when you can hit them in the head before they hit you in the head? That is another round to Redline, and the scoreline will change to 12-3.
Push a button. Save the day. Easy.
I think they tried their best there. They did get the plant down, but just wasn't enough.
Match point.
Their spirit is cracking. Now shatter it.
With this game at a 12-3 scoreline, it is looking increasingly harder for On the Spectrum to claw back. How does this change on Haven? What do this... Although, we do have to think about the fact that this map was Redline's pick, and they have absolutely dominated. So Haven, with On the Spectrum's pick, do they have a chance at coming back?
Bring them down.
Again, both Lotus and Haven, 3-star maps.
Trades go.
Play very similar, but
Trades go out.
we'll have to see.
Sir Banana getting Tay. Bomb Dolphin
Bring them down.
trying to get the picks. Very, very low. You can see here. Sir Banana is 11 HP. Ghost with the trades coming out. This has been a really great play. And it's just Ghost over pushing once again. Bomb Dolphin.
Satchel out.
The stall coming through. What can you do? Jax 1v1. He does have his from the shadows, and both teams know it. Sora is going to try to stop this, but you're not able to. What can you do when you have Jax on the other team?
Let Jax cook. Let him cook. He's got time, 30 seconds in to make a play here.
Sora
Gets
is...
the plant
The
down.
plant's going to go down. Sora's going to look to flank here.
Interesting TP, but alright.
Sora's holding CT here. Sorry, Jax is holding CT here. Sora is flanking. It looks like Jax is becoming increasingly more aware of the flank.
Mm.
He's just going to hold.
Oh,
Vandal in
Valerio
hand.
spotted.
Sora gets the kill. That
Oh.
will be the end. Great game from both teams, but that is just a Redline masterclass there.
Defenders win.
But
We won,
GG's from both
they
teams.
GG's.
This
You will
is
now
the main
move
thing.
to a 13-3 scoreline. The next map is Haven. We will see you next map shortly. Beautiful work.
Not bad. Damn, I was really hoping for Jack to get that. Oh my days. Haven, my beloved.
As
I
we
love
head
it. I love hate
into the
relationship.
second map on Haven, you can see Redline with a really convincing win there on Lotus, 13-3. Haven, now this is on the Spectrum's pick here. So does that change how we're able to play, how on the Spectrum will play now? Both teams looking to lock in here on the Spectrum, completely locked in actually. Looking for a double duelist with a ISO Yoru comp and pretty
Yeah,
standard.
this almost looks like a mirror match.
Redline locking in Yoru and Omen. They're looking like they want to go Sova, so it's going to be very, very similar, except they're going to swap out the ISO for a Jet Redline on this Haven pick. Now remember, this is on the Spectrum's pick, so does Redline know how to defend against this on the Spectrum team comp? Very unorthodox. What do you think, SJ?
Very much so, 100% agree. Yeah. We'll have to wait and see what strats they cook up here. Because, again, looking like a mirror match, they might have similar plays here and there, but adaptation is the key to winning rounds here.
Yeah, 100%. Back in the game here, Haven, second map on the Spectrum have had their time to reset, regain trust. On the Spectrum, starting out here on the attack half. What can they do?
That goes there.
Well, it seems to me they're aiming to get that mid space. Ooh.
This should be very interesting. Tay's gonna have that quick rotate, early rotate over to A instantly. Both teams ready to go. Welcome to Haven, map 2 on the Spectrum versus Redline. Club going very quickly down A main here. Not clearing right side. Bomb Dolphin punishing instantly without threat. That'll be Redline starting man advantage. They're gonna go through. They don't even need a drone when you're going through garage here. And that'll be on the Spectrum. They're looking to just quickly execute onto the C site. Trip still up main, so they're getting that passive knowledge. The fight here from Ghost. Gets one. Not good for two. Tolkien. Pushing up. They know that passive information is coming through. Bomb Dolphin running late here. All players going down to main. Except Jax in the smoke. Gets one. Gets two. Jax, that has just put the round in a very big predicament here for
Great aggression from Jax.
Redline. Bomb Dolphin thinks Jax is still garage. Not looking. Not turning around. Jax with a third. Good for three. Bomb Dolphin has to forced to reload. Forced to come back. Bomb Dolphin stopping that. Getting three. Getting four. Not enough time. That'll be the first round going to on the Spectrum. So that is a big, big turnaround and a big momentum shifter for on the Spectrum here. How does that look for Redline though now?
Well, I mean, they played that pretty well. Yeah. On the Spectrum here, they did the classic, you know, make noise in A while half of the team slowly egress over into garage there. That worked perfectly well. But let's see. Ooh, Redline has recognized they love that mid space here. They're kind of contest with the pistols.
That's on the Spectrum. Tay getting one. Kraller's getting his one. And it'll just be Bomb Dolphin. What can Bomb Dolphin do here? Should be good for one. Ghost. The upgraded weapon to a Guardian. Now this is somehow possible, especially with Sir Banana. Low, 25 HP. Can Bomb Dolphin convert here? Plant is going to go down. Ammo. Outlaw in hand. Bomb Dolphin can't capitalize. Gets a few shots off. Sir Banana holding.
Planted.
Dart comes through. Bomb Dolphin forced to peek out of a smoke. What can
This is a very
they
awkward
do?
angle to peek off.
Very, very awkward.
Take flight.
Owl Drone invested into this round. Bomb Dolphin tagged. And Jax will shut that down. That'll be a converted on the Spectrum buy round. But you might be thinking, that is a big loss of guns here for on the Spectrum. Their buy now looking very interesting, especially with the one Guardian, one Outlaw, and Clab is going to buy up here. Vandal full shield. Well, obviously Redline are going to full buy Vandals, Phantoms full shield. How does that look? How will that affect how on the Spectrum are able to convert this round?
I mean, I just think they'll plan to just play this bonus of whatever guns they have here.
Remember, Ghost has got a lurk up here. Although they've got the A presence, they don't seem too aware of the Ghost's lurk. Tay holding it though. 3 on A site. Spike still isn't even in main. Jax is just... Club is just TP'd on... They're going down garage. Still 3 on A site. C is completely free.
Cutting through.
Tolkien needs to call his team over to come and convert this round. Tolkien not good for one club. That'll be the opener. It'll be a 4v4 retake here. On the side of on the Spectrum. Smoke is bad. Club getting another. Tay. Club getting another. Tay getting 3. Club getting 3. The Yoru's doing the work here. Both members of Redline low. Both members are on the Spectrum. Now Jax loves this garage play. Has the dark cover out. Paranoia.
Player standing.
Can't do anything. What can Sir Banana do here? Reloading. And he gets both! The clutch from on the Spectrum. Sir Banana, that'll be on the Spectrum converting their bonus round. What went wrong there for Redline?
Played. Honestly, I mean, they just lined up for Jax's paranoia and seemed to cause a bit of uncoordinated play from them there. I was afraid Banana there wouldn't be able to capitalize on his team's utility, but I'm glad he pulled through.
Much different start here from how Lotus look. Now, look at where Redline is. They're just pushed all the way up into C main. They don't even care anymore. They've gone for the change. They've adapted, and Spike is in sewer. Is Clab aware of the fact that they are up C? Investing the dimensional drift in to drone out this, clear out this B site. B is completely clear. The call to rotate comes in. They know the flank is coming in from C long.
Spike planted.
Take flight.
Most members try. They want to play main, but they're unable to due to this left flank. Jax getting 3.
Jax.
This is brilliant. Tay getting 1. Good for 1. Not good. Doesn't have the second in them. That'll be another round from on the Spectrum. SJ, what is happening?
That was
From
good.
They've already gotten more rounds than they did on the entire Lotus map on Haven. It's the complete
On the
change of
Spectrum is
momentum.
very comfortable here in Haven, especially Jack here. Recognized the need to push through and look into A side and grab 3 off guard behind him.
I know that currently in YouTube chat, Instant Noodle Person is happy that Jax is coming online. Jax is my goat. He will win. I am very excited to tell you that Jax has come online, and Jax is currently winning. They're gonna push up garage here now.
Deploying drone.
Trip getting broken. Ghost with the kill on the
Aspect
other
from
side of the
Ghost.
map. Bomb Dolphin getting punished for the over-aggression.
Interesting
shadows.
ult play from Jax there.
Tolkien getting 2. What is going on? It just looks like they were wanting to aggro onto Seaside, but half the team weren't with them.
Risky plan play here by Banana.
Tolkien getting his 3rd. 4th. Ace incoming. Not there. Jax stopping that. Tay getting the 5th. And that'll be the first round on the board for Redline. Now that is a huge momentum shift. What went wrong there, SJ?
Ooh. Well, I mean, with planning in B side, if you don't have the upper hand in numbers, it's gonna be a pretty tough fight. You have to expect pushes coming out left, right, and behind them. You know. On the spectrum, just didn't have enough man power to contest more side space, perhaps onto A long, A link or C link. But we'll have to see here.
On the spectrum, looking like they want to go quite early onto A. They want to show presence on A. Tay getting the early pick on Ghost's early aggression. That was not the play there quite clearly. Now they've set Sir Banana there on C long, just holding that space, but they know that they want to end A. They're grabbing the spike. 2 people on A versus the 4 sheer power of on the spectrum. Can they capitalize? How does Bomb Dolphin and Soramizu capitalize on this
Making cover.
A hit here? Coming in,
Not enough.
ISO and Clab are just good. They shut down that defense, and this will be a 3v4 retake. Damage done to Krallers. What do you do? Krallers, good for Clab. Now you might be thinking, it looks like Sir Banana is wanting to play his Hunter's Fury here. Dimensional Drift is available for Tay. Playing Hell. Clab dying of full damage. Krallers, what are you doing?
Did it not have the TP there?
Hunter's Fury invested, and Sir Banana is just shut down 1v1. And Jax gets it. That's another round from on the spectrum. That is brilliant. Now, although that was the Hunter's Fury invested without much value, and you might be thinking, well, now they've got the neutral theft, and not only that, but they also have the kill contract here. They're looking like they want to use it quite early to get that A main space. How will Redline read this?
Cover going out.
Shots being
Redline's
exchanged.
it's
Jax getting
the
Bomb
action is
Dolphin there,
happening, mate.
shutting it down.
Shadows.
Out of charges.
Ooh. No way, on the spectrum here.
Krallers.
For a fate.
Club getting one, and it is a 1v3 Tolkien. Sheriff got the upgrade to the Vandal.
Ooh.
They know that Spike is going to be deposited here on A, but are they prepared for this extreme B-side crossfire? No, they are not. They don't even clear one side. That is brilliance. Absolute, utter brilliance. When do you think Redline call a timeout to stop this momentum? What do you do here?
This goes here.
Beautiful fall damage taken from Tolkien there.
Yes, this should do.
Now, they've actually shifted... Redline have actually called to shift Tolkien to hold down the A site while they stack the B left side, B and C sites of the map.
Actually, yeah.
I like this change. Kraller's getting the
Ooh.
first pick there.
Cover going out.
Very quiet right now. Oh,
Time to jump.
quite bad
Dimensional
for the-
drift being invested.
Oh,
I'm back.
he got shot down. Unfortunate. Has Jax realized? Oh, he has not. Fortunate.
Sir
That's-
Banana
ooh.
getting the kill on Tay there,
Banana.
the over-aggression.
Last player standing.
Gets a little bit hasty there. And what do you do here if you're ISO? Kill contract in hand, plus the shield he needs to get the kill on Soramizu here.
Making cover.
30
Trip
seconds
is
left.
here though. What do you do? Absolutely nothing. Redline, brilliance in that round. And you might be thinking, well, does the shift of Cypher over onto A, did that really help him out?
I just want to say something. Interesting lurk from Banana. I was hopeful that he would be able to pull through something, but he had a good long run, lurk run. Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. Now once again, they've shifted Cypher onto A, but they have his backup.
Revealing area.
The backup's there.
Trying to push out Dolphin here, out of that, and they successfully managed so.
Show me a target.
All
Losing that operator
on the
will
spectrum
tank their
we're on to
economy a
see.
bit. What will Redline do here?
Over there.
I know exactly where you are.
Alright. Ghost here
Ghost.
going for the hunt.
Immediately traded. Serbinata with the recon lineup.
One enemy remaining.
Jax with the kill. It's just Jack's world and we're living in it.
Wow.
Jax moves the scoreline 14-4.
I've also just noticed something. Redline has the potential to win this round with 4 of their ultimates online. Perhaps they have a team plan to use Yoru's ult combined with Server's laser beam here.
Club with the operator in hand.
Oh?
What? No.
Alright. I believe Jax was just looking for info there.
You'd be correct, Jax.
Wonder how much he saw though.
But look at Kraller's up, TP'd up on top of double box. Close left on B site. Paranoia coming through, but all
Did
of
they
them.
see that?
Jax not able to connect. Sir Banana with the kill on Kraller's. Jax goes down. 25 HP here for Sora.
It's you and me.
I cannot use
Taken out of Earth into the kill contract. ISO able to convert 2v3 here. Bomb Dolphin and Tolkien on site here.
Can't tell
24
there, but
HP here for Bomb Dolphin. Shots don't connect.
Player
Sir
standing.
Banana with the trade, and that will be another on the spectrum win. They have really turned this around, and this is almost identical halves, as we saw last time on Lotus.
side take from on the spectrum as well too. They had the upper hand, which was way more way different than before. Out tech. We have a tech pause, guys.
We do have a tech pause coming in here. We will go straight back into our intermission due to a
It
tech
seems like
pause.
Lab's mouse is DC'd. They fixed the tech. They fixed the tech problem. We are ready to go.
Tech problem has been fixed. Back into our in-game. Both teams are ready to go.
Oh. Round recall. Oh.
We will go back into our intermission here as we do sort out a bit of a issue with our into the current round rollback.
Before that tech pose call, I think one of them placed a Euro TP that just expired. Yeah. Unfortunate, but you know, things do happen here.
Both teams are ready to go here. 20 seconds left on the clock. Tech pause coming out.
Redline's making a very aggressive play here onto mid with Sheriffs and a Spectre. Will OTS recognize this?
Here.
Tolkien pushing down. Side of Redline pushing down. They've recognized it. They look like they're wanting to grab the spike and go run A. Get out of there. But look at Ghost's position. Ghost is ready.
Yep.
Good for one. Kraller's good for two. Tolkien shots that down very quickly, but they've got the eighth.
Well played by Ghost there.
On the Spectrum, we've got the A site completely free, and that spike is ticking down. Jack's in a really ready position here. Jack's fans, are we ready to see another masterclass? Good for one, good for two, good for three. That's a Jack's masterclass. This is just absolute brilliance from the Omen, from your fellow scary friend SJ, as an Omen main yourself. What do you think of Jax's plays?
A fan of that angle personally myself. For us to hold that's really, you know, situational. But then again, you know, they had the upper hand and he was able to pull through with that 3k. Very uncommon angle to hold. Even for me, don't do it that often.
Shadows traveling.
And we're off. Ooh.
Pushing in on the A site here.
It seems they're only planning to take a long here and a bit of Suez just to show some presence here. Made them scared. But they haven't budged yet.
Pushing down, they've got their own neutral space controlled. But it almost looks like that they're wanting to push down onto C. Oh, Ghost with the pick. That is brilliance.
Alright. They know where Redline's members are positioned.
Dimensional Drift from Tay being invested. They know that 3 of them are there. Sir Banana getting the trade onto Bond Dolphin. Yori fake out. Invested. Neutral Theft. It's gonna spot out all 3 members of on the Spectrum here. And
Do they have
all of
enough
them.
cages?
All of them are playing main. The Hunter's Fury is available though. Being invested a little bit too early, you might say, but nevertheless, the stall is still there. Full blind. Tay blinding themselves.
Ooh, unfortunate.
And what do you do there if you're Tolkien? Sir Banana gonna actually get you with the Sova Shock Dart.
Switching sides.
And that'll be the side swap. We will go now into a
OTS.
1 minute halftime pause.
This goes here. Yes.
What's the score currently, SJ?
It's currently 10 for OTS and 2 for Redline.
10-2.
Yeah.
That is a half, and that is a big half there.
This is a nice spot.
Redline has a long way to catch up to winning the second game in.
This goes here.
Also want to make a quick shout out as well with the unsung heroes that made the attack half pretty much classic. OTS Ghost for holding down the flanks for the strips and just the whole overwatch of the flanks as well and the spaces, the neutral spaces. And Banana as well.
Both teams ready to go here. Second half on the Spectrum. They've done the job. They need to reclaim 3 rounds here. Just 3. This pistol round here will really be the decider on whether Redline are able to reclaim this half. And will they
It's
be able
always
to
the
bring it to an
pistol
overtime?
round that's exciting. Let's see what happens.
Looking here, you have a collab already in window here. Is Tolkien aware of it?
Tripwire destroyed.
Looks like he is. Tolkien getting the kill on collab.
I must wait a moment.
Ghost able to trade, and that's the spike down on C. It looks like they're gonna. It looks like on the Spectrum we're gonna try to sandwich the Redlines from CT, and they've recognized that Serbanon is just gonna sit there. He's just gonna wait. Tay trying to push in. Sora, are they aware of Sora's position? No, they aren't. Sora gets 1, not good for 2. Recon Bolt comes in, and Sir Banana did the shock bolt to kill them, and it's a vice versa. That'll be the first round pistol round to Redline, and suddenly this might just be doable.
It's looking up for Redline here. That pincer maneuver on both flanks to retake C's side perfectly played in their hands.
Now this is on the Spectrum's home on Haven, so hard for Redline to defend, but if they can capitalize this round, it'll be a 10-4 half. Krellers capitalizing on Collab's over-aggression. Von Dolphin getting the kill on the other side of the map. And that'll be B-side. Oh, to Redline. Now it looks like every single member on the Spectrum is going to try to flank here.
Not expecting much from OTS. They've only got pistols.
Looks like they may want to try to die.
And the way they're positioned right now, this is looking like a very unlikely round for them to win.
Especially with Redline pushed all the way up into A link. It just seems so undoable.
Redline has definitely done their homework on how to execute and take B-side.
And the call to save the upgraded weapon. And all of the members of On the Spectrum will die to Spike there. What a poetic finish to the round. 10-4. Sorry.
Even though it's their bonus here, Redline needs to make a play.
I just choked on water. Yes, Redline has 5 Bulldogs, 5 full shield. All players having rifles in this lobby, and they're gonna bum rush A here. What are you doing?
Club gets that pick.
Club gets 2. That's brilliance from Club.
Cutting through.
Now Redline's is looking to recollect themselves here as they slowly push into A side again. Sticking with the original plan.
They're looking
No
to get-
noises on C and B. We've got Ghost here, perhaps looking to rotate soon. Just making a few extra checks here. Crawler's looking to lurk here.
Fake teleport.
Interesting. They do have time though. Perhaps he can use that to his advantage.
It seems like they're backing off from A here. Bullets traded on the B side, but still only one left on C. Camera
Crawler's
goes
don't be
down.
hasty. Alright.
30 seconds left.
The spike is
There's
still
a
an
fake
A.
TP.
They're still committing to the A push. What can Jax do? Jax, the man. Good for 1. Good for 2.
Jax,
Oh my
yo.
gosh! Don't do it to them like that. 11 to 4, and all of the Jax fans in the chat. That is your man right there. Currently on a scoreline of 20 to 8. Now
There we
this
go.
will be
That's
a
the
timeout from Redline. This is very, very expected. The fact that we haven't
If
seen
Crawlers
this
didn't do
prior.
that lurk play, maybe there would have been a chance for them to pull through and plant A side in, but
I cannot believe that we haven't seen
Jax,
a pause.
crazy.
A pause prior to this is my concern. This is the first timeout we have seen from the side of Redline, and it's an 11 to 4 scoreline. How have we not seen one earlier? Redline they know that they have the timeouts. They know that they need to be using this. Where was this before?
Use your timeouts, guys. Yeah. It's really handy. That 1 minute can be the difference of recollecting your thoughts, setting game plans in, and increasing the likelihoods of you winning.
Back off the timeout here. Redline looking like they're going to shift from default kind of pattern to bum rushing C.
They'll be walking into Ghost setup.
But what can Ghost
Perhaps
do?
they can use Yoru's clone here to trigger it off.
What is that shot from
Bomb
Bomb
Dolphin.
Dolphin? That is ridiculous. Through a smoke. 5v4 retake.
It's not over yet.
Now it looks like Krallis is
That's a
so
retake,
aware
yeah.
of Serbanana's flank. Scares him off. Serbanana will not be flanking. Our drone invested. No ultimates,
Krallis don't
no ultimates
overextend now.
online.
Use
ISO good
Tolkien's
for
trips.
1. Tolkien good for 2, and
There we go.
that's brilliance from Redline. Just shutting them down, shutting them out. Get out of our C site. 5-11 scoreline, and they have brought that back.
Seaside's definitely Tolkien's house. When they have that control. Ooh, we're seeing some interesting trips from Ghosty. Perhaps an adaptation? Expecting another push from them?
Club is just rushing it down. He does not care. Bomb Dolphin punishing that very quickly. Club, you do not need to do that. Buy yourself untradeable. Bomb Dolphin knows better.
Cover going out.
Ooh,
A bit of silence here.
Jack's trying to look at cheeky shoddy play here. That smoke is gonna disappear soon. Oh, there we go.
Krallas getting the kill there. Dark covers
That's B-side
coming
for
in.
them.
That is B side completely given to Redline. Now Jack's still in no man's land. Wanting the shorty play to work. I mean, Tolkien is more than aware of this. Actually, he turns around. Take your gun out, Jax. Absolutely toying with him. Fights go down.
the guns at
Krellis
their
gets the
disposal.
third.
That'll likely run for them to win here.
Sir Banana, Sheriff. And Bomb Dolphin getting the kill. That'll be everything. Good night. 6-11. Redline on the back of the timeout. They're bringing it back here.
They're starting to look up. There we go, guys. The difference of a timeout call.
Exactly.
For the viewers that might be curious, how many timeouts can you call in a game?
I believe it is 2 timeouts called in a game. I believe. Don't quote me on that. But I believe it is 2.
Alright. Ghost here with the adaptation of this.
Trips coming out. Spam
the
through.
trips.
Tay getting shot down there by Ghost. Bomb Dolphin's just on side. Getting shut down by Ghost. Bomb Dolphin, but not before the damage was already done. Spray coming through. 3v3. And look at Tolkien's position here. Handy flank could come through.
Good call for them to start rotating someplace else. Oh? Wait, Tolkien saw that? Does he make a play here?
Tolkien's just happy
He
to...
needs to, he must.
Tolkien
There we go.
won. It's just Jax left by himself. What can Jax do?
I'm glad he pulled through there. Yep. Now it's... Although it's a 2v1, they are going against Jesse.
Already with
A smoke
20
and a
kills.
TP.
Shadows traveling.
Good call from him. TPing from a very aggressive spot.
What is this Hunter's Fury?
What are you doing?
Sora with the Hunter's Fury. I must say that has to be a misclick.
It was not needed there. Yeah. But hey, he invested it to win that round, so it's not all too much of a waste there. But that TP play from Jax though, I must say, very aggressive. You had the right call to smoke off the bomb there.
Now, where to set up shop?
But the follow-up, yeah. I saw the vision. I saw the vision, bro.
No one on the seaside. They've just left it down to the Cypher tripwire.
Sermons are trying to break it, and he does. Again, though. Crawlers and Jacks. Crawlers.
Punishing. On the call of the Spectrum save rounds.
Oh. Crawler's just cleaning up the flank there.
Ouch. Where is everyone hiding?
It's a 3v3. Oh, there we go. Hunter's
Hunter's
Fury
Fury
invested.
ISO good for 1 with the Sheriff. Sora with the kill, evening
Use
things
kill
out.
contract here.
Kill contract used.
It's a 1v1 for both the teams
Enemy
here.
remaining.
Sora
Last
gets the
player
kill.
standing. Spike down.
Oh my good lord.
Banana!
Sir Banana.
Oh.
Sir, you cannot be
30
doing that.
seconds left.
I thought I saw the bullets connect, but just barely. Banana being low here. These two servers definitely were looking
He has to clear out everything here, Banana, especially on such low HP. The Recon Bolt will do wonders. Clears out main.
Vesora Mizu has the Sova drone to play with to check whether or not he's on the spike.
He knows he's off.
And then a Recon Bolt online just in time. Will it reach?
What do you do there?
Just provided enough
Banana.
value there as a distraction.
Absolutely beautiful by Sora. And that'll be the 8th round for Redline. They've come back. This is their 4th round in a row won. What do you do?
Redline's looking good here now. Coming out of that timeout again. They're slowly but surely closing the gap in.
Revealing area.
Redline looking for a fast save push here.
Both contesting
They have to be
A.
wary of the man in the sewers.
Kreller's up in heaven.
Ooh,
They're in sewer. They're gonna fast flank. Tolkien, good for one.
but they have
Serving on
A side now.
immediately
They need to
traded.
plan.
A.
Silence.
Kreller's good for one. Ghost trades, and they're both in sewer. 2v2.
They're looking to
Good for
push
one.
first here. Oh,
Tay, not good for 2. That's an insane spam. Ghost clutching that out. That'll be
that's a tough
on the
situation.
spectrum. Brought to 12 rounds. Can on the spectrum finish this out and bring this to the decider of map 3 on Icebox? I'd love to see a map 3 here. I think both teams will be quite dominant on their own home maps, map picks. It'll be interesting to see when it's on neutral territory who can take it away.
This goes here.
So Redline's A push exact didn't quite work here. So they're going for mid here.
Camera taken out. Here.
There was a drift. All right.
Now, look at
Was just
Sir
gathering
Banana. Sir
further.
Banana's just got A site completely to himself. And that's the call, is going to go quite quickly to run over to A. Both players blind, whiffs go through.
Banana!
So that's okay.
I know
2v3.
exactly where you are.
Neutral theft invested. Now they know. Now Krell is here on the flank. They know where he is. What is going
As
on?
they support through here.
Tolkien good. Can Ghost
Alright.
clutch this out? Drops down.
Yeah,
Tolkien
just-
good goes for good for one. Kreller's heaven.
Ghost. It's all up to
Not
you.
good. Redline with another round. Couldn't convert. And that'll be brought to another round. We're actually on the spectrum are forced to save here.
Not sure if Ghost had the cage there to help him drop down into A side much safer there. The extra HP would have made a difference, but again, it's a 2v1.
Scanning ahead.
Early cam invested.
Alright.
Kreller's
Kreller's
good for
here.
one.
Redline does have the upper hand this round. OTS here, just trying their best here with whatever guns they have.
Tolkien shutting down Jax's aggressive play. Now look at where Sir Banana is. The flank coming in, whipping every single shot. Banana, what are you doing? Oh, good lord. Kreller's
It's a
pushing
tough
through the
ask.
smoke.
Why does
Not aware. Goes Kreller's with the 3k sealing that round, and
This is looking to be a very
12-10.
close game, Max.
Two-
I don't know who to root for anymore.
2 more rounds. Redline,
We're
they
seeing
need
excellent
this.
plays.
They need the next 2 rounds. They've done it before. They've got 2 rounds before. They've got 4 rounds. They've got 2 rounds in a row. They need 2 more. Can they bring it home to overtime?
This mid space has been working on Redline's favor. The cloning Prollis gets punished by Jag, and Jag gets a clean getaway. Good TP from him. Glad he didn't stuff that one up. But Redline's inside garage.
Look at this positioning from Jax. He's in the corner. They don't even expect it. Good for 1, not good for 2. Shots don't connect. The whiff through. The flank from Ghost though, good for 1. And it all comes down to Von Dolphin. Gets 1. Can't get the second. That will be the round and the map won by On the Spectrum at 13-10. Now, we did see some a very good comeback there from On the Spectrum. Oh, sorry, from Redline, but not enough, unfortunately. We will now take a couple-minute pause just to allow the teams to come back, and we will be with you shortly. Thank you, everyone, for joining. We'll see you for the next map on Icebox.
Yep. I wonder if they'll keep. To cheer for, guys, honestly. Both teams have shown excellent, you know, team play. Everyone has had their moments. But Icebox will be the decider. Let's see how both these teams go into unfamiliar territory. Or has one of them done their homework? But it looks like, oh no, my poor Omen, they're not playing him. They got Jackson Viper Tay on Clove. That's an interesting pick. Usually with Icebox again. Control is the name of the game here. We've got A side just stuck away on, you know, side one building, while we got B side way more open, but the pathing towards that map is just a bit difficult. If these teams know what they're doing on defense or in attack, they might just snag them the win. Oh, very. Yeah. And we're off. Now I'm just curious with how Tay's gonna play Clove here. We didn't see them previously on any controllers. Smoke's agent. But we do have Jack switching from Moment to Viper here. Great adaptation from them. Viper is more of a popular pick here for a controller agent to play on Icebox, with that wall serving its purpose to just slice enemy territory easily. The plant here?
Spike planted.
Jack's Viper wall here would probably be it.
One enemy remaining.
Perhaps if Ghost there was just a bit faster on the flank, he would have been able to do something, but leaving two members out to defend for themselves onto yellow, just unfortunate.
Track them down.
Alright, losing that pistol round, they're looking to lurk roughly through mid as a team. Oh. Except for Jack. Jack is looking to get a lurk pick from someone pushing, but
Spike down B. One enemy remaining.
and it's just Jack's. Will he notice? We're gonna see some Jack magic here. He'll have to start utilizing something that Viper is very good at, which is just lurk timings and playing with that wall. You know, those mind games, he needs to play those. A lot of noise on today's side. They think they're gonna push.
I have the spike. Shot done.
The Simuto was invested.
He has targets. Spike carrier's down.
Banana. Oh,
Spike down A.
Jax is here to support. 40 seconds in.
Yeah.
They'll have to make a play sooner or later now.
Seconds left. Last player standing.
Jax.
Spike down A.
That was interesting, yo. Did Sir Mizzy just trick Jack like that? OTS looking to save you. Oh. Ooh. Hey, things do happen, alright? Yeah. That was just very unfortunate.
Blocking sight.
Jax is really in a good position to capitalize the timing. Ooh. They invested KJ? Oh. Alright.
Enemy remaining.
That's just brutal. He gets it. You could say that that KJO was just unnecessary because OTS was just on their eco. So if I was OTS right now, I'd be very glad they wasted that. Another ult to not worry about for the time being.
See you on the other side.
Just showing no mercy, just going full on.
Poison's off. Toxin screen down.
Enemy killed.
Ooh.
I have the spike. Poison's off. Squashed.
Jax is in a bit of trouble here. You need to leave. You've got the spike. Yo!
Poison orb.
No peeking.
Not an omen pick to pick up the spike as well. This is looking a bit rough for OTS.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
a Gecko ult to try and take space here.
30 seconds
A
left.
desperate move from OTS. With only 25 seconds left. Making a play here rather than saving. Will it work?
Last player standing. Is this the best?
Tolkien is just online now. Yo. Is that the 2 previous games to warm up? It's very reminiscent of the earlier games this week. With
Keep it cool. That's how you survive.
OTS looking great right now. Using Jack's ward to create some sense of pressure and urgency onto B side. They've made noises. Pressing over to A. Jack's here. Ooh,
Placing swamp grenade.
getting picked by Tolkien.
Swamp grenade out.
One enemy remaining. Thirty seconds left. Spike planted.
His jet dash just expired. Unbelievable. Also unfortunate. This just might be a hot take from me, but maybe the OTS pick to put Jax on Vapi here is just feeling a bit underwhelming. Every time they try and go B, he's off someplace else, and unfortunately dying too early to serve value and purpose to his team.
Get out of my way.
There we go. That's what I love to see, Max.
Here.
Spike down B.
Sadly, they don't have that spike planted yet. Ooh. Feeling sorry for Tolkien right now. He had the right idea, but Jax.
Spike down B. Long.
That's a heavy commitment there. Like, there's the moment where I say maybe my hot take was right. Ugh. Sorry, Mizuno. Banana looking too aggressive. Wow. Wait, hold on. Banana's position is looking a bit rough here. It's not exactly planned for him. He does try. Wait, what?
Oh, no, you don't deserve my affections.
Falcon definitely doing the heavy lifting right now on Icebox defense. KJ is just a great pick overall for this map. Yeah.
Turn out.
OTS looking to signal an A aggro push as a team with Jax lurking again.
Spike down A.
I think the early pick there, Dolphin is a magician with the operator, making his enemies disappear. Crawlers couldn't make it out. There's also another thing too with Viper being the sole controller for Redline right now on a map like Icebox. Viper alone is just not enough. Typically see other teams running double smokes comp to help Viper out a little. It used to be very meta, but now with the current state of the game, Viper just needs that crutch. Oh,
30 seconds left.
there's the Killjoy ult invested.
Back like I never left.
Are they really not giving them a chance?
10 seconds left.
I think this might just be it.
Spike planted.
Yes.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Alright, Ghost. It's hanging on to you now. Don't reload! Maybe just that read wasn't there from Ghost for Sora to just aggro walk that way towards him.
Turn out.
Could we see another 3-9 here, Max? Oh, please. Redline does have the upper hand, definitely. Alright, seeing a familiar strategy here, but with the Crash Fishy ult invested. There we go. Good on time. This is looking a bit rough. This would be a perfect time for Tolkien to flank, but he did not choose to. I can't look. Fight for your life.
One enemy remaining.
Let's go. Oh, that was cool. All the commotion, the chaos.
Right here.
That did look a lot better with the team exec onto B side.
Scanning ahead.
Bang Dolphin again, the magician with the operator. Oh? What's he looking to do here? Perhaps expecting a rotate through mid? From Redline? Oh! Their attention needs to be on side now.
Found them. Shock dart.
Last round in the half.
And that's the one thing with B-side on the Icebox that I'm not really a fan of. When situations like that happen, when you're just pushed into a corner on yellow. Not enough space to try and, you know, gain the upper hand. I love what Tolkien did earlier. Kept wrapping around through mid into orange, but...
No peeking.
Wait. Not Tolkien, Ghost. Whoops.
Shot in a smoke.
Yeah, but... Just go for it.
Placing smoke grenade.
Welcome to
They invested it.
my world.
Excuse me? Sorry, wait, what? It's not reaching the spike!
Scanning ahead.
This is a desperate ult. But he's getting the picks though, but... Bloody hell.
Player standing. Switching sides.
No!
Turret out.
If, you know, excuse my language, but it's just a shit show, Max. Honestly. If only he ulted from top of Jenny, it would have covered it.
100%.
I'm like sure for that. But he did it when he was on top of pipes, using the operator on attack even as a Viper. You know, like what?
It's just, what do you do?
He is getting those picks, but it's just, you know, not the round winning ones.
We are back now after the 1 minute break.
This is breaking my heart.
What do you do here? 10-2 to Redline. Tolkien with a life game, 21-4. I will be excited. I'll be almost ecstatic to see this continue. This is amazing. Masterclass. All players on the spectrum, all put all negative. On the spectrum, Ghost is about to pie.
Don't look.
This is ridiculous.
Sure, they're trying their best now.
They need to lock in.
Stand 2.
Lock
Day
in.
2.
Sorry, going up top. Flash coming in. Bomb
That's
Dolphin
Jack's gone.
just in and out, weaving behind the bullets. Bomb Dolphin getting the kill on Jax. What do you do? 4v5 retake. Tolkien. Bomb Dolphin.
One enemy remaining.
And what do you
See,
do?
that's the kind of player I expected from Ghost earlier, but Tolkien just kept shutting down Ghost.
Bomb Dolphin.
When Ghost tried to wrap around to mid to orange.
Brings the scoreline to 11-2 and they still haven't used a timeout. What are you doing?
Please, guys, use a timeout.
Timeout. /T. Give it a break. Breathe. Breathe. What are they doing?
It seems they're just at a loss right now. I'm not seeing a defined game plan from them anymore. And they're doing the same thing again from the first round.
11-2
Three of
scoreline.
the members pushing into
At
a
least on the
sniper.
spectrum this time are forcing, but Krellers had the Sheriff against the Ghost. Not good for it. They're walking up through Tube now. Kitchen's clear with the 0 point. Krellers getting the kill with another Ghost. Jax with 1. It's a 2v4.
B.
Both players from on the spectrum flanking, but what do you do? The weaponry isn't there.
Wait, hold on.
Planted.
Let them cook. Perhaps you
players
can
going through
just get
orange.
Tolkien here if they go path through towards kitchen. Short range weapons
Sheriff
here
spotted.
definitely have the advantage in close combat.
Scanning ahead.
Tolkien's still not spotted out.
I can't look!
Jet, good for 1. 1 enemy remaining. Good for 2. Flanks coming in from Tolkien,
Does he recognize
unaware.
it? Oh.
That's a 12-2 scoreline, and this game is all but over on the spectrum of let this go. What do they do? On the spectrum of
They're
all
already saying their GG's, guys.
It is over.
This is their last chance, but then again, they did force their save round.
Ladies and gentlemen, please
The
stick
weapon
around
loadout is
for this
just-
game. We will have interviews with the players on each of the teams after this match. Please stay around, stick around, see what's going to happen. All of the players on Redline are just pushing their way. 4. Bomb Dolphin on site, blinded. Sir Banana. Bomb Dolphin getting the kill. Is he good for 2? Good for 2. It's looking all but over. What can you do against the momentum of Redline?
Spike planted.
What do you even do? Krellers getting the trade.
Desperate play from him, but he had to make a play. But
Three
it leaves
players playing
OTS without a
main.
duelist.
What do you do? OTS, it's looking all but over. Tay falls.
Wait, hold on.
2v2.
2v2? Still
Can
not
they
over.
cook? 21 HP. Shock darts coming through. Weapon upgraded. Sora,
Cage
Molly
and
the
Molly.
bomb. Jax.
The mosh pit.
Mosh pit coming through. Last player main.
No, please.
Can they find the
Club.
bullets? Unable
Jax.
to. Finds the bullet.
Oh.
Is the time
What?
there? He's gotten hit. OTS taking a round out of literally pulling a round out of their
Yo.
asses. What was that? What
Okay,
a
we'll ignore that whiff from Jack earlier, but like he provided enough time for Clab to half that spike and get that pick.
absolute utter brilliance from the clutch there, from a 2v4 to a 2v3 to a 1v3 and taking it down. They won the round, and that's all that matters.
Get out of my way.
Now it looks like
Okay,
on the
was-
spectrum,
would
wanting
that
to
be
push
enough?
here. OTS getting the first blood. Unable to get
Ooh,
out. Jax with the trade on the
Clab.
other side of the map.
Blocking sight.
Now Tay taken out. Forced to pull the trigger. Can they do this? Wall goes down. Stinger shots go out. Jax with the shots, and oh my gosh, Jet gets one.
Spike down.
2
A.
players surrounded,
Player standing.
and that's a 4th round for Redline. For on the spectrum, and can they do this?
Is that momentum shift was just enough to snag them another round?
Can they come
But
back
are
from
they
this?
just delaying the inevitable though? Yeah.
Very well said.
Placing sentry. Placing sentry.
Right, both teams on an even buy round.
Swamp grenade.
still a fighting chance for OTS to make it through.
Sir Banana pushing down Tube here. They're looking like if they want to go for a default here at Redline, they can't throw this win now. Tolkien, unaware of the flank. They're pushing out B. Sir Banana's hearing all of this. They're calling the rotates. The push up from Jax. Knives out. He doesn't even know. Sora, unaware, dinked. Sora, 1 HP. All of the players funneling from Redline, funneling down to mid now. On the spectrum of pullback, they're aware of this.
We're back at neutral.
And Ghost, he's just playing his life. Banana getting the kill on Tay there.
One man down. Jax gets spotted, tries to
Jax
zip.
down.
No, maybe if it was still Omen in this game, it would have just TP'd away. There we go.
KO null command invested. Hunter's Fury stopping the plant. Plant isn't there. Krala's getting 1, 3 retake. Players low. On the side of on the spectrum. No, Swarm coming in. Don't throw now. You have another round. Bomb Dolphin getting 1. Is Bomb Dolphin good for 2? No, he's not. 2v2 retake. Nano Swarm's on the bomb. Alarm bot there as well. What do you do? Nano Swarm activated. 0 point down.
Wingman ain't available right now. Looking a bit rough for Banana.
Tolkien getting the kill.
Oof.
What do you do if you're Ghost in this situation?
No!
Absolutely.
Placing sentry.
Trying to get the
They're
trigger.
gonna
Pull the
double
trigger!
Who could have predicted
13-4 win for Redline. She.
GG's.
What an absolutely
Wow.
brilliant match from both sides there. Stay tuned. We will get interviews shortly from both.
We have to see. We have to see what was up there with OTS and Redline as well for their spectacular comeback.
We will try to get an interview from the players here now, but unfortunately it was a very, very sad loss for OTS. We'll see if we can get some of the players to get into. Okay, let's join the interview waiting channel, guys. OTS Ghost. Okay.
Do you also want me to join you, Max? Or...
Yeah. Come in for. Go to general, please. And then I'll.
Yeah, all goods.
Nimax left. Nimax joined.
Second map.
Nimax
Done a really good job,
moved
bro.
to interview
GG's.
waiting room. General. Crawliers moved to general.
Krullis, is that how we pronounce it?
Shei moved to general.
Crawlers, yeah.
Crawlers,
It's spelled
I was-
that way.
I'm glad. I'm glad we'll be pronouncing it properly.
Yeah, it's spelled wrong. It's intentionally that way. Don't worry about it.
Perfect. Okay, so obviously
All right.
from Redline here, the winning team, what do you think, obviously you had the first map on Lotus that was pretty dominant, and then the second map kind of shifted momentum. What do you think, what was the change? Like, what was the big difference between those two maps?
So, you know, we played 2 games previously, and obviously we lost both of them. We've been a pretty new team. We haven't really had all that much experience in an actual team play environment. You know, we're just a couple of friends who played ranked, and we literally formed the team, and this tournament came out. The first couple of games...
Glad you say that.
The first couple of games we played, we got absolutely slaughtered, and we just had no map knowledge or no control over those maps, and we just decided after those games, like, yo, we got to fix this. So we did a lot of work on Lotus. That was really bad map for us, and obviously the work paid off a lot. We got really good at it. We started swinging with each other and everything, but you know, like, the other team, they fought hard. We were very good at overwhelming them, and it was very difficult for them to get space back. But there was a lot of crazy plays from them on that map. It could have gone either way a lot of the rounds, but my boys just pulled through and took the line, which I'm so proud of them for that. The second map, yeah, we have not played Haven all that much. And honestly, we were
But
dreading
still,
that
though,
map.
you guys, did your best to try and end it at a 13-10. Yeah. So
For us,
I'm just impressed. Yeah, for you guys.
for us, we managed to just keep the mental up. Since we've been a team
Mm.
playing in Premier and whatnot, we've always had crazy comebacks. We've got a few friends who are always supporting us and watching our games, and it's become something we're somewhat known for. Even if we start down, we just don't quit. We're always pushing to the limit. So yeah, we just fought our hardest, and credit to them, they had us in so many rounds, especially on attack. They just found all our weaknesses, and it was really it was really well played by their team. It was a lot of fun to verse.
You looked sorry, you go.
No, you're good. Sorry, bro. I'm a yapper.
You looked really good on Lotus, and then even better on Icebox. What was the call like? What were the comms like right at those kind of final moments on Icebox? What was the team mental like?
Oh, it was insane. We're pretty much just glazing Tolkien.
Yeah, Tolkien, man.
Yeah, he's a very interesting person to play with. Sometimes he's just like, he's just not paying attention, and then there's just that one game or two games or three games in a row where he's just the best player you'll see in Valorant. And we've got Dolphin as well. Like, his entries were absolutely fantastic, and Tay and Soromizu just, the support that glued the team together. We were setting them up perfectly, and it was just nothing could have gone better for us. But we also had a little prep before. We had a scrim last night, actually, or the night before, sorry. And we were playing on Icebox. Our coach, Otter, he set us up for that in about 2 hours. And I literally learned KO probably that night. And I think just the combination of our comp made it very difficult for them to really get much space from us. Any util they wanted to do when they fell back, like B, I just threw a KO knife from A main, and they just weren't able to spam things. So yeah, I think our comp really carried us a lot through there, and obviously, our star player is just going insane. Absolutely,
I think so too. Who would you say your star players are? Because I'm putting my money down on Tolkien and Dolphin, bro. It was just a magician with the operator. On defense, it was just spectacular to watch.
You give him an elo stick, bro, and it's just over. If you ask me, I am the star player, alright? I'm the star player, bro.
No, I can attest to that as well too. Your two games previously, the Lotus and the Haven game, you played Omen, right?
Yeah.
Undeafened.
Yeah. Look, I'm just joking about that. Like, all the guys, obviously, like Tolkien and Dolphin have the craziest like fragging potential for sure. But like, all the guys are just doing so well. A lot of our team were pretty much all duelist mains, to be honest with you. So like, for instance, Soromizu, he's been learning Initiator really well, and he's been doing such a good job. Like, it's really hard to flip roles and just suddenly be this and then enter a tournament 5 minutes after joining a team. And Tay, he's not really too frequent on the smokes, but he's been adjusting as well. And like, from our previous games, Tay just hits the craziest shots. If you set him up, he'll knock him down. My main role is just like yap, tell them what to do and hope for the best. If I get some kills along the way, then I'm lucky. You know what I mean? But definitely Dolphin as a star duelist, and Tolkien just shuts down holds. He owns sites. It's great to see.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Max.
Thank you so much, Crawlers, for
joining
us. Congratulations.
Love watching you play. Congratulations. Well done.
Brilliant. Yeah, thank you so much.
No worries. And thank you for everyone for watching, and for the enemy team. You guys fought hard, and I really appreciate being able to come against you, and I hope we see you again soon.
Yeah, big ups. That's what we love. The sportsmanship, the camaraderie with your team. And just that respect overall for the enemy team. Yeah.
Oh, well, they gave us a lot of reasons to respect them. We came out with the win at the end of the day, but they still took it to 3 maps, and that's especially after having a dominant map on Lotus. They kept their mental up. They kept fighting, and you got to respect that. At the end of the day, they didn't quit. They didn't give up. They just kept fighting, and that's as much respect as you can give another team.
No worries.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We'll let you go now.
Thank you so much, crawlers.
Have a wonderful
No
night.
worries.
You
Enjoy
guys
the
go
win.
and rest up.
I will. Have a good one, guys. Thank you so much.
too.
Crawlers
Crawlers,
left.
Drag
crawlers
racing now.
there having the. Would you be able to go and just let them know that they can come in, please?
Yeah, I'll grab.
Crawlers
Shay
there.
moved to interview waiting room.
Absolutely amazing. Clinic performance. We'll hear from Ghost now.
Ghosty8801 moved to general.
Yo.
Hello.
All right.
Welcome in, Ghost. Bit of a tough result today. What do you think went wrong in the key moments there?
Hard to say. I'm not gonna lie. Pre-game, we were struggling a bit because I wasn't originally meant to play, and then I was able to play in the last hour, and then the roles were just all wacky and all that. So apart from that, we just lost gunfights. Simple as that.
Yeah, no.
Tolkien just destroyed us map free. It's nothing you can do about that. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. You did have some strong rounds though. What was something that you're still proud of from this match?
Just the amount of times I was able to just correctly predict that they're just going to be in the smoke and just spray it. I feel like, especially on Haven, they just wanted to play in their smokes too much, and then I was just able to predict correctly.
How you recognized that and predicted that, yeah. Love
Yeah.
that from you guys. Seeing that, perfect.
But yeah, the biggest downfall for us was just definitely just our roles were swapped around and all that. But yeah, gave it our best.
Is there anything you would
You guys
change?
do look like a well-rounded team, though. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So normally for our team, I'm on the duelist, and we have a person named UR on the Sentinel. Much better than I am. But it's just the only thing I would change is if all 5 of us were available for tonight, then I reckon we'd actually be able to take both. Not map 1. I feel like map 1 they just had map 3 they had us. Map 1 and 2 I feel like we might have been able to take better.